Hey, fans of tiny pieces of cardboard. It's Dead Guy Cardboard. I am back with another top list. Um, this is the top 15 Bowman Chrome autos under $500. I was inspired to do this list because back in early 2017, I was keeping track of Christian Yelich before he blew up when he was still on the Marlins. And his BGS 9.5s are going for $100 or less in his base Bowman Chrome autos. And I'm regretting not picking one up. It was just tough to find one that was either a PSA 10 or a quad 9.5. Now that card is one of the top 3 most expensive Bowman Chrome autos. Before I get in this list, I just wanted to quickly go over who are the top most expensive Bowman Chromes, as well as a list of players who I didn't want to include, and I'll give quick reasons why. But Bowman Chrome autos all started with the 2001 Bowman Chrome Albert Pujols. Those are all hand numbered to 500. It's usually the most expensive card. They're all refractors. Every card on this list is just the base card, but the 2001 Bowman Chrome only came refractor. But those are going for over $10,000. Next on the list, not surprisingly, is the 2009 Bowman Chrome Mike Trout. Those go from anywhere between $8,500 to about $10,000 in the BGS 9.5. Now, what I mean by, for the sake of this list, I'm just doing BGS 9.5 with 10 auto, and these are going to all have grades of quad 9.5s, meaning the corners, the centering, the edges, the surface all have to have at least a 9.5 grade or above. This is where I'm getting the pricing from, and the photos I'll show. And I chose BGS over a PSA 10 because there's just way more information on BGS graded cards, because a lot more people grade with Bowman Chromes and BGS than PSA 10. But you'd be surprised, PSA 10s tend to sell for more than quad 9.5s, quad 9.5s. Anyway, so the top dogs are definitely 2001 Bowman Chrome Albert Pujols, then 2009 Mike Trout. Now Christian Yelich, the 2010 Bowman Chrome base auto is going for about $1,000. 2010 Bowman Chrome is this very tough set to get, quad 9.5 or PSA 10. Just the surface is always scratched up. I've actually opened some boxes back in the day. Very sensitive set, 2010 Bowman Chrome sets. Next, kind of all tied for fourth and through sixth. The Cody Bellinger 2015 Bowman Chrome, that's going for around $800 to $1,000. Last year, his Bowman Chrome was going for about $300 to $400, but he's also obviously having a stellar season. Then Nolan Arenado, his stuff's going for around $800 to $1,000. Also in that 2010 Bowman Chrome set, a very tough set to grade. Ronald Acuna's stuff is actually dipped a bit. When he got called up, it was going for about $1,000. The base Bowman Chrome card was going for about $1,000. Now it's going for about $900. Aaron Judge, 2013 Bowman Chrome, is going for $800, which I think is just way too much, in my opinion. He's just gets hurt a lot. Gets hurt a lot now. Vlad Guerrero Jr., his 2016 Bowman Chrome, it was going for about $1,000, even higher when he got called up, and now it's about $800. Otani's 2018 Bowman Chrome is going for $800. Bryce Harper's stock has gone down. The 2011 Bowman Chrome is going for around $650. That was definitely in this $1,000 range just a couple years ago. Mookie Betts, this is a pretty surprising one. His stuff's going for about $550 to $650, which is crazy to me because he won the MVP just a couple years ago. He's having kind of a down season. I think his Bowman Chrome's a bargain. And then you got guys like Wander Franco, Joe Adele, and Roberts. Those are all prospects. They're all going for about $1,000. But this list, I'm not going to mention any prospects or players still in the minor. The lists I'm going to go over, these are guys that are still active in the major leagues. They're, like I said, they're not minors in the minors or current prospects. And I think most of these guys on the list have a great upside. and or have a great chance of maybe reaching the Hall of Fame. They're either young or have a ton of potential for growth, or they're already Hall of Fame bound and or may reach a milestone of 500 home runs or 3,000 hits. These are just first Bowman Chrome autos. So guys like Yadier Molina, Robinson Cano, Jose Altuve, Joey Votto, and Zach Greinke. All those guys have first Bowman Chrome cards, but they don't have a Bowman Chrome auto version of that card. So those guys are not mentioned. And then quickly before I get into the list, these are just some players worth mentioning, but I'll give reasons why I include them on this top 15 list. Pete Alonso, he's just super hot right now. His 2016 Bowman Chrome's going for around $500. Just I don't know. He's a 24 already, and I wouldn't put that kind of money in a rookie yet. Javier Baez, I think he's a great player, but I just don't see him being like a top, 20 player in a couple of years. He strikes out a lot, but he's a really fun player to watch in the Cubs. Joey Gallo, his stuff's just too pricey right now. He's got a terrible batting average. Less than a year ago, his Bowman Chrome was going for less than $100. Now it's nearing $200. George Springer, he's almost 30. He's a great player, but I don't think he's going to make the Hall of Fame. I think his stuff's just going to decline in value. JD Martinez, another great player, but he's 31, and I don't think he has the Hall of Fame numbers. He only has a 22 WAR for his career. Matt Chapman, another guy, came into the league pretty old. He's 26 now. I just, don't see it happen. Hoskins, he's a decent player for the Phillies, but he's already 26. He's just got a pretty low career batting average right now. Not that batting average is everything these days. It's more about WAR, slugging and whatnot. Josh Donaldson, he had an excellent 2015 season when he won MVP, but he's been pretty so-so since. But if you can find his stuff for cheap, why not? He's in that 2010 Bowman Chrome set, the really tough set, so it's tough to find a Quad 9.5 BGS or PSA 10. Charlie Blackmon, another outstanding player for the Rockies. He came on the scene late, so I don't think he's going to make the Hall of Fame. He just doesn't have the numbers. Andrew Benintendi, I think he still has lots to prove. I have some other Red Sox players on this list, and we'll see what he does, but I think he hasn't really proven himself yet. Jose Abreu, another great player, but he came to the league at 27. He's 32 now. Ozzie Albies, I think he's kind of getting outshined by other Braves players like Acuna and Freddie Freeman. Corey Seager, I thought about putting him on the list. I think he's a great player, but he's really struggling since coming back from that hip surgery and the Tommy John surgery on his elbow. He was easily, I think, one of the top infielders in the league, and I don't know how he's recovering. He's just not recovering well from this surgery from last year. But his stuff's around $200, his Bowman Chrome. But I would hang tight on his stuff so we see if he improves. I think $200 is still kind of too expensive for a player who has not done too well and has kind of been out of the league for last year. Walker Buehler, promising pitcher, but pitchers really are too risky. They don't really carry a lot of value, and I would wait on Walker Buehler. Same with Noah Syndergaard. I think he still has a lot to prove. He doesn't have a Cy Young yet, and he just gets injured a lot. Okay, so we're almost in the 9-minute mark, but now I'm into the list. I think it's worth it. Some water. Number 15 is the 2008 Bowman Chrome Buster Posey. They go for around $200. He's 32. I think he's starting to go downhill a bit. A lot of people think he can make the Hall. His numbers are looking like he might make it. It's a tough sell. There's not too many catchers in the Hall of Fame, but I think he's got a shot, and that's why he's number 15. At number 14, the 2011 Bowman Chrome Paul Goldschmidt. You can get his base auto for $200 or less. He's not doing great this year with the Cardinals, but he has some so-so Hall of Fame numbers. If he improves, he has a chance. I think he's definitely worth being put on this list. Number 13 is the 2013 Bowman or 2013 or 2014 Bowman Chrome Chris Bryant. He has basically two first autos. The 2013 Bowman Chrome auto was inserted into 2014 Bowman Chrome packs, so his 2013 Bowman Chrome design tends to go for more. That one goes for $475, whereas 2014 Bowman Chrome goes for $250. I think Chris Bryant is the face of the Cubs, and he's won a World Series. He's kind of struggled a bit, but there's still a lot of Chris Bryant fans out there, and his stuff used to go for a lot more than it goes now. At number 12, the 2013 Bowman Chrome Carlos Correa. His base auto is going for around $300, which I think is pretty high because he did not do too well last year. He's doing much better this year, though. I don't think his stats really stack up against some other superstar shortstops, but still a pretty good deal considering how much his stuff was going for before. Number 11, the 2015 Bowman Chrome Rafael Devers. This is a guy who's been in the league for a couple years. He's still very young. Really coming into his own this year. He's really crushing it with the Red Sox. And you can get his auto for $250. Number 10, debated putting this guy up here to number 10, but I think it could be worth it. The 2015 Bowman Chrome Kleber Torres goes for around $325. It does picture him in a Cubs uniform because he was with the Cubs in the minors and he got traded to the Yankees, which I think kind of affects the value of the card. It'd be nicer to have him in a Yankees uniform. But I think he does actually have a chance maybe of being the face of the Yankees. I mean, Stanton and Judge are always injured. If Kleber can stay healthy, I think he's a very talented player, and he's only 22. And Yankees cards are always go up in value if those players do well. At number 9 is the 2012 Bowman Chrome Xander Bogaerts. His stuff goes around $150 to $175. I've even seen it dip to about $100 in the offseason. I think he's a sleeper to maybe getting to 3,000 hits. I mean, I think he kind of gets overlooked with Mookie Betts and even Devers, but Xander's a solid player and he's a great hitter. And I think his Bowman Chrome is pretty cheap. At number 8 is the 2008 Bowman Chrome Madison Bumgarner. Love the 2008 Bowman Chrome design. You can get his cards for $200 or less, and I think he has Hall of Fame potential. Again, pitchers aren't the greatest investment, but the guys I'm mentioning on this list, I think, have a very strong chance of making the Hall of Fame. Like this guy, number 7, the 2010 Bowman Chrome Chris Sale. Now, his Bowman Chrome goes for only about $100 now. He's having a really rough year this year. He's improving, though, in the second half. Still a great pitcher. I think he still has Hall of Fame potential. And that 2010 Bowman Chrome set is tough to find in a quad 9.5 or in a PSA 10. And I think for $100, it's a pretty good deal. Number 6 is the 2016 Bowman Chrome Alex Bregman. His base auto goes for around $275. And he's just a great third baseman. His stuff goes for a lot less than Arenado's stuff. I mean, Arenado's going for around $800 to $1,000, and his Bowman Chrome's going for just $275. All right, number 5, the 2010 Bowman Chrome Anthony Rizzo. His cards go for around $190. Like I said, it's tough year to grade. He's in a Sox uniform, which I think kind of hurts a little bit. But I think he's a fringe 500 run club guy. I mean, he's still putting up to great numbers. And if you look at his stuff, his stats, he's still on the Hall of Fame track. He was part of that Cubs World Series, and he's a lot of people in Chicago love him. Number 4 is a guy that I think is very undervalued, underrated in the hobby and in baseball. The 2009 Bowman Chrome Freddie Freeman. His base auto goes for $275. He does have a first Bowman Chrome in 2007, but the 2009 is his first prospect auto card. That's why it doesn't say first Bowman Chrome on it. But I love the 2009 Bowman Chrome design. That's the same year of the Mike Trout. And Freddie Freeman's, I think, just a solid player. I think he's kind of getting overlooked. When he stays healthy, he's just an all-around, well, he's an okay, I guess, defenseman, but he's just a solid hitter. I think he can get to 3,000 hits. He could be a sleeper for the Hall of Fame, and I think his stuff's still pretty undervalued. Number 3 is the 2010 Bowman Chrome Manny Machado. Man, I mean, his stuff was going for around $600, $700 just a year ago, and now it's going for around $275 to $300 as base auto. Again, there's so many great players in that 2010 Bowman Chrome set, and that's a tough set to grade. I think he could get in the 500 home run club. He actually has, I think, better overall career stats than Bryce Harper. They both came in the league at the same time when they're 19. I mean, other than Harper's outstanding year in 2015, I think Manny Machado is just an excellent player. He has a 37 WAR, which is, at 27 years old. That's a pretty good start. And he's on the Padres now, and I think they're going to be really great soon. And they got this rookie stud Fernando Tatis. They have Mackenzie Gore, who's a really good prospect pitcher, and then they also acquired Taylor Trammell from the Reds as a prospect, who's supposed to be a good prospect. So Machado might win a World Series sooner than you think with the Padres, which could increase his value. All right, number 2 is the 2005 Bowman Chrome Justin Verlander. I'm really surprised at how, quote unquote, cheap this card is. His base auto goes for roughly $325. He's a Hall of Famer for sure. He's just having a phenomenal year. I think the 3 best pitchers in Major League Baseball are probably Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer, who does not have a Bowman Chrome auto. That's why he's not on this list. And Justin Verlander. I mean, he's one of the best, and he's having a phenomenal year this year. I think he's leading the ERA. He's leading the league in lowest ERA this year, and it just seems to be getting better as he ages. So I think at $325, his cards are still a steal. All right, so number 1 is the 2011 Bowman Chrome Francisco Lindor. I think Lindor is the real deal. I mean, I think he's the best shortstop in Major League Baseball. He's better than Carrera, Corey Seager. I mean, Corey Seager used to be good, but he's gotten hurt. But he can get his first Bowman Chrome auto, his base auto, for around $375 to $400. This stuff used to go for a lot more. I think that's a pretty good deal. So before I conclude this video, I wanted to bring up a couple honorable mentions of players to look out for that are now over $500 but might tick down or are a deal at what they're at now. And one of them is Fernando Tatis. He is just, I think, the best player from this class. I think he's better than Vlad Guerrero Jr., better than Pete Alonso. He's just a young kid. He's just exciting to watch on defense and offense. And his 2016 Bowman Chrome auto now is ticking up, and it's around $600. But who knows? That could be a deal. I mean, this could be $1,000 soon. $1,000 card soon. He is pictured in a Chicago uniform, which I think sort of hurts the value a little bit. I like when the Bowman Chrome cards have the rookie in his actual team he got called up on. Anyway, another honorable mention, I think, is another card from 2016, the Bowman Chrome Juan Soto. His stuff goes around $600. I can see it dipping below $500 come summertime. I think he's just sort of, people in the hobby are kind of forgetting about him. Now we got Tatis and Vlad, and people still love Acuna. He's sort of being overlooked in the hobby, and I can see that card dipping below $500, and that could be worth it because I think Juan Soto is just an excellent player. Still super young. Then you got the 2018 Bowman Chrome Stanton, another honorable mention. Stuff's going around $600. I think it's going to probably go down again a little bit more in the offseason. But I think Stanton's going to get to the 500 home run club. Probably going to could be a Hall of Famer. And let's face it, the Yankees are a big market team. They'll probably win a World Series soon in his career. Another one, which I'm really surprised by, is the 2006 Bowman Chrome Clayton Kershaw. I think Kershaw is the best pitcher of this generation, and his Bowman Chrome auto goes around $625. I mean, that stuff, his autos were going for well over $1,000 consistently the last couple of years, but now they've dropped a bit. And then, like I mentioned, Mookie Betts, his stuff's going for around $550 to $650, which is surprising because I think he's still a great player. He's having a bit of an off year, but overall, just a good player, and I think even at that price, could be worth picking up. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's really interesting to see some of these players really drop in price. It's also interesting to see, when I was researching the prices, how much it matters to get a 9.5, a quad 9.5, meaning all the force upgrades have to be 9.5 or higher, because the ones that are like 9.5, 9.5, 9.59 can really don't hold their value as much, don't increase as much as a quad 9.5, BGS 9.5, or a PSA 10. The grades truly do matter in Bowman Chrome autos in terms of sale price. But yeah, it's also interesting to see how much some of these players, Bowman Chrome autos, have really dropped, like Chris Bryant's and even Mookie Betts. You can make a lot of money, I guess, having a Bowman Chrome auto card, but you can lose a lot too. They fluctuate in price greatly. It is a player's best card, but be careful spending a lot of money on those kind of cards because you never know. But I just wanted to make a video about Bowman Chromes. I think it's a cool aspect of the hobby. I don't have too many prospect auto cards, but it's definitely become the card to get of a player. And I think this, players like Albert Pujols, Trout, we haven't had any Hall of Famers yet players inducted to the Hall of Fame that had a Bowman Chrome auto, but Pujols will probably be the first. Ichiro had a Bowman Chrome from 2001, but it was not an auto. Anyway, enough rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like content like this, smash that like button and please subscribe. We've got a bunch of more videos coming. Thanks for watching.